Hey, what's up you again guys? This is Paul from Maharlikans Code. I'm a web developer programmer by profession. I'm from the Philippines but working here in Singapore as a software engineer. And today I will walk through with you guys on how to use these Golang chaining functions. This is very important also and very useful guys because we want to do some certain chaining, like for example, like if you are so familiar with other programming languages, like in Django for example, in Python, then you use this Django framework, then you can then the chaining is very important because when you query some certain database or some events, like for example db.query, then some certain parameters there, then dot execute. This is called the chaining methods guys. But right now in Go you need to do it by ourselves. Then and then I will walk through with you guys on how to do this because frameworks normally they did something there. Okay, so we will do exactly the same similar style or something. The chaining is you can do multiple at the right side guys, from left to right. This is how the chaining works in any programming languages out there. So right now we will deal with the Go programming language regarding these chaining functions. These are all functions guys that we need to execute series by one like that, 1 2 3 like this guys. So you need to be a sequence or something like that. So this is also useful because we want to, most especially when you are creating your own Golang package, then you deploy to GitHub or something. So this is very important guys, so let's dive into it. Guys, welcome back to the channel. And as you know, I created a small layout here, as we know already in our previous discussion. So I created this type which is called the struct guys, the task name. This is all our tasks. In chaining in Go is we need to use some struct. This is very important. Then we tandem it with the function. This is how we will do it. We will do the chaining in Golang. Pair it with the struct. You need to structure all your collectible fields here. Like for example, in our case, in this task struct, I just want to get the task name and then the event type, for example guys. But you can add multiple here guys. It's up to your own requirements. And then okay, I will show you how we can do this. And then I would like to use the shortcut name as usual guys. TK stands for the task, but it's up to you guys. I really like to do the shortcut task, and then we will throw an empty task here since this one is a struct. So it's like we initialize this variable with an empty task from this struct here. Then as you know, I make it all exportable variable here, so that most especially guys, when you create a package, then you intend to publish to Golang. I have that video previously published here in Maharlikans Code. If you don't know how to or you want to refresh your thing to publish your own package and share it using that GitHub, then you can look for my video there. Then all these things I need to put something guys, as you know, initializes the the task struct with an empty values. Okay guys, it's up to you here. And then I would like to create a function here now guys. In chaining is we need to have the first function to be executed first. Whatever you intend to, whatever the purpose or intention for this this chaining events, you will always have the first function to be called, and then you initialize everything from there, and then the succeeding chaining will look into that data or whatever the initialization, then it will just collect whatever it is. So along the way, when you press along the way, and then you continue the chaining there. Right now we create our own first function there. We call it the TaskName or whatsoever, guys. Our purpose is to okay, later I will show you. Okay, TaskName. So the first thing is we need to collect the TaskName. This argument TaskNames as a string. Then we do the pointer there to especially you use this pointer, guys, so that the memory of the first value of this first value that we collect will be collected in the memory. As you know, in our previous discussion, the struct will hold only one data at a time. So at this time, when you collect from the data from the first function, the first chain is you stored it in the memory using this asterisk symbol here, the star symbol, and then we will try to change, guys. You will do some small validation here, strings.TrimSpace, and then we use the TaskName to check if any values are there. Okay, is equal to 0, then we will return with an empty task, this one. So I will just save. Then as you know, this one we need to put something. For example, guys, this is the first chain layer. Okay, just select that, and then we will return it with the what they call the end. No, later I will just create first, because this one is our first what they call function. Then I will just issue this. So we need to assign the values here, guys, from this data, because our first purpose is to get the task name from the user. For example, we will give the username, key in the task name there, and then we will supply this name and then the task name, and then all these things, guys. But you can also initialize something like the event type also there, if you want to make it 0 first or whatsoever is your default. But also you can skip for a while. Later we will ask for the event ID. So I will just want to show that this one will be called first chain. Okay, guys, so this is our first chain. Then I will return with the what do you call the new task. So this is the new task here. Then I will just save. So we created our first chain, guys, function chain. Then another one we need to create for our second chain. This is what we call the now is a bit different, guys. We need to assign with the pointer here, because we need to catch up all the pointer from the first chain. Now we need to get the task name, this task struct, and then we pass on to this. We pass on to the another function, so it will continue whatever the data there from that memory pointer. So right now we need to create a new event function, and then we will get the event type as integer, because here on top we declare as integer, guys. So we need to collect this data as our example here. Then we need a pointer here again to return whatever the struct. So it's like you collected the data here, the first initial data, which is in the task name, and then you store it in the memory. After the second event, the second chain, whatever the data holds in this pointer, then it will be passed on again from this another what they call pointer. So this function, this event function will catch all the data stored in the memory for this task struct. So it will be passed on to the second chain. So right now in this second, this is the normal function name and then the parameter, and then again we need to pass on the pointer again, guys. After whatever it returns to this second chain function, whatever it returns this, it will pass on or amend the pointer previously initialized from our task name. Right now this task pointer will be added some information like this event type. So right now we need to again restore put this as you know that this t now as you press the t variable for our task name for our task struct, then you will supply the event type. As you know that we have another event created here just now, so it will be found. So right now we need to supply the event type based on the event type here provided by the parameter from this function, and then we will know again this print line, that then we will know this one will be executed, guys. This is just for our information. Later you can just remove this. That means that we will know that this function will be called, and then we return the t here. Then as you know, this one event is the second chain layer. Okay, guys, so we will create up to third layer for this example, guys. You can create multiple chains at the same time, whatever you want, but the longer one is more complicated already, guys. So but it's up to it's up to your own requirements. Right now we up to third layer only we will do. Okay, so again you need to be consistent about this variable initialization, guys. As you know that if I change this to s, then it will be throw some warnings. You need to be consistent. It's required. Then here we need to add the task, guys. This is our last or third layer of our function or our chaining. Like for example, this is the final steps that you need to in order for your chain to be completed. Okay, so we will continue again, pass on again the memory pointer, and then here I just want to display something, guys, like okay, print line. I just want to display this is the third chain code. Okay, guys, so this is just a third chain, and then after that I just want to show you that this one will catch up all the information from our previous chain. So from our first chain run, it collects the task name. So for example, the task name I will just display here. Like for example, this add task, then you insert to the database or whatever, guys, or whatever you use the database, like NoSQL or SQL databases. Then you can just whatever you can do in this logic here. Then t dot now is it's not recommended to use this another letter, guys, or another variable to hold the pointer. Later on, then I will just show you the task name, and then I will display another one, which is the event, what they call it, the event ID. So the event type, I guess is the event type. Yeah, event type. This one is an integer, so we just say t dot event type. Then I will just return again what they call the t variable. Oh no, it's not the endpoint. Okay, then the add task is the third chain layer. Okay, guys, So now we created all these things. We need to use this chaining now. I will just assign a variable here, guys, just to illustrate. Now I can just straight away call the task name, the first layer. Okay. Actually, this one requires the task name. Things to do. This is the task name, guys. And then the event. As you know, the method event is here. Now you can display the event nicely. Now you can do the chaining, guys. Then event ID should be, for example, this one is integer. Then the final one is the add task. Okay, guys, so this one no arguments, no parameter there. Then we can just print line here, and then just say something. I just want to show the n, whatever it contains. N, okay. You can do specific calling here, guys, also. Like you want to display the name or event type or all the collectible fields there. I just want to show you this one first. Let's run. Now as you can see, guys, the first chain is called, the second and the third is a correct chaining, guys. So these are all the things that we want to show you and highlight to you. The simplest way I can explain to you guys on how we can use this chaining in Golang. Chaining in terms of the functions. In our last discussion is we use the what they call the interface to trigger some events. So this time is we use the function and then we chain it. So it's like when you have another, if this one is you publish to GitHub, if you publish this to GitHub, all this chaining here, like your function, then you have your package name here, like my package name, for example, guys, my package name dot, then you press the dot task name, then you can execute that one. But right now we are working on the local one without publishing to the GitHub. Then you just use directly the task name. Okay, guys, so I hope you learn here in Maharlikans code, and this is the best way we can explain how this chaining works. Remember, guys, that this must be consistent, otherwise it will not, for example, like this, it will throw you some warnings or something like this, guys. If you save, see, there is a warning there. Receiver name S should be consistent with the previous receiver for the T, because we assign T here. So whatever you assign based on this task struct, then you need to be consistent. Right now we need to be all must be T, guys. So that's all, guys. I hope we learn a lot here in Maharlikans code, and you can use this in your programming there using this Golang programming language. And then I hope you learn a lot here in Maharlikans code. See you in my next series here, guys. And you can do all the validations, whatever you want here, because now you can catch up all this information regarding, for example, last one. I just want to show you, like if you want the task name, so the task name there is things to do, so it can capture, guys. So that's all for today, guys. Okay, guys, that's all for today, and I hope you learn a lot here in Maharlikans code. And as you know that the chaining is very important, and now you know how we can use these Golang chaining functions here. Then we can do this in our own projects, most especially if you have your own packages, guys, because you want to shorten, and then you want to do all these necessary steps, or functions that you want to in one line of code, then you can execute all of these things. So I hope you learn a lot here. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing so that you can receive more videos like this, and then I can share with you all my knowledge and experience as a working developer here in Singapore. And then all these things, guys, I thank you for watching my video. See you in my next episode here in Maharlikans Code. May God bless us all. Thank you, and bye bye.